What is up, y'all? Here we are again. This is Dave trying to draft a. We're drafting another winning team, hopefully today. So, you guys don't know, now you know. But here we are. We are. Let me see. We're about to start. We are pick 7. So, love hate pick 7 because I could either get CMC or Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, I like where I can get one of these two guys, preferably Almond Rock, because it gives you the safe floor, but CMC for the upside, right? But really quick on this contest, I'm just gonna show you which one it is. It's this Pitbull 2. Obviously, you do 10K max. This is, I believe, my second or third one. Um, so $20 entry, 100K to first. Obviously, we're trying to get that 100K, and second place gets 50K, third place gets 25K, and this is like your generic kind of like half PPR, one QB, two running backs, three wide receivers, one flex, one tight end, 10 match spots. So obviously with the three wide receivers, you're not trying to fall behind on wide receivers, and so again, gotta take that into consideration. So obviously you're drafting with the 12 guys. If you're the top two scorers and through the 14 weeks, then you go up against five other guys. And if you're the top scorer, then you go up against four other guys, and then there's a 156 seed final. So, whoa, JSN's available here. I am, no doubt about it. I'm taking JSN. That is very interesting. So, who went? CMC, Taylor, Nakua. I am, I'm, I would, no questions about it. I'm taking JSN, and I'm glad he fell to me. Um, obviously, Puka would have been nice, but he doesn't. But the fact that CMC and Jonathan Taylor went way ahead, I'm super happy about it. Super, super happy about it, especially being at the 7. So we could probably get something unique here, and then we'll see how this goes. So with this team, obviously, like we like to see who we're drafting up against. This guy looks like a very experienced with a diamond badge. And in case you guys didn't know, these guys with the badges obviously are more experienced. They've either done hundreds of these drafts, and not thousands, and have more than likely won some of these contests, right? So they know what it takes to win, I think, supposedly. But then again, they sometimes do things like, probably because they do so many drafts, so they just try different things, right? Like different strategies, like taking Jonathan Taylor, taking CMC here. But again, um, yeah, man, I am okay taking Devon Achan here. I could possibly go with AJ Brown, but AJ Brown does share the same bias JSN. But I'm fine taking Devon Achan. I know he's a great running back, but the thing with him being in the bottom 5 offense kind of scares me. But the fact that we're getting him in the middle of the second round is okay. Again, so with these guys with the badges, it's like they'll do things something like this that's like super uncommon or something, like sometimes like very weird, right? So um, it's fine. It's benefiting us, I think, in my opinion, right now. So again, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We're drafting against 9 people with badges here. 3 of us non-badges. I do like the team with the non-badge guys. If I'm like, I'm not even kidding. But even this guy at 11 seems okay, right? Seems like nothing seems like out of the ordinary, except for like something like this, right, with Jonathan Taylor and Brock Bowers. But I'm pretty sure that's like someone that's gotten Jonathan Taylor here has taken, like someone at the 9 or 10 that's taken Jonathan Taylor. I'm sure they've probably reached on Brock Bowers to kind of do something different. So I think I have enough time to kind of explain like the prizes on this. The reason why I like this one, like this entry here, is because it doesn't have as many seat final as one that you have like this one here. Like with the puppy, you have like 750 seat final, and even then I've seen something like higher than that. But with that, it's just like if you make it to the final, you're guaranteed to have you're guaranteed $500. So I think that's a pretty good return on investment. Um, and then obviously, if you do score one of the higher ones, if you're one of the higher ones in the finals, then obviously you're making 4 digit, 5 digit prize money. You know, 5 digit money prices. So pretty freaking good in my opinion. So again, probably helps us that whoa, Scatterbook went early. So this guy's definitely doing something weird here. He's going with something different. Um, Other than that, like no one else seems to be too crazy. I'll tell you what, if Ibuka falls to me, I'll take him. McBride. I know Devontae Smith is available. I haven't been taking a lot of Devontae, but the fact that Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball too much, I feel between Devontae Smith and Emeka Ibuka, it's not going to be that much different. It's just more worrisome, right, with Makai Lemon being there. Again, we are going for some upside here, and I do think if Ibuka is healthy, and if the QB from what's his name? I'm blanking out here. It's late. Baker Mayfield's healthy, then obviously we are in good shape, right? So this team here at 9 is actually looking pretty interesting. Like I was considering taking Devontae Smith, but this guy with Jefferson, Hampton, and Smith is looking very interesting. I do prefer my stack. I mean my team so far, but other than mine, like this one, right? This guy at 6, this guy at 9 looks pretty interesting. Not a big Flowers fan, but I get it. They're like a top 5 offense, and obviously he's going with the Baltimore offense here. So we'll see. And then again, we'll see who makes it back to us. I do like that we have 2 wide receivers here. I feel like I could possibly get Josh Jacobs or Javante if they follow me, just because we already have 2 wide receivers. I am also willing to take Terry McLaurin. I know Louis Burden supposedly has been showing some good signs. So this guy that already has 3 running backs, like I don't know. I think I'm more upset. I was hoping Javante would have fell to me. So let's see who this guy takes. I know Travis Etienne's kind of been sharing the backfield with. So this guy takes Luther Burden. So let's take Josh Jacobs. Reason why taking Josh Jacobs here scares me. It's just I don't know if he's gonna face any legal issues. But again, him being a 4th round pick seems fine. Possibly I can get someone else. The Terry McLaurin is also interesting, but I don't know. I have been liking my team where I do take 3 wide receivers through my first 4 or 5 rounds. And so hopefully I take another wide receiver here. The Josh Jacobs legal issues scare me, but there could be a big possibility that nothing will happen right this year, or just like the case gets dropped or whatever it may be, right? I'm sure this guy is paying a lot of money to his lawyers and possibly getting this dropped. So let's see here. DeAndre Swift goes at pick 48. I have been liking Swift. I haven't liked them in the past, but I do like him this year just because of that Ben Johnson offense. Chicago is going to be a great offense, and so taking him in the end of the 4th round, it seems great. Like I had a similar start to this guy at 1, but instead of Love, I had Rashid Rice, so I was a little more comfortable taking Swift and Baishal Turin here. But again, you do have to start 3 wide receivers here. You do have to start 3 wide receivers, so you have to be cautious of that. If you're taking 4 running backs through the first 5 rounds, that's kind of it starts being in the danger zone, right? Bucky is available, but again, I think I'm gonna take some of these wide receivers over Bucky. I've been liking Roma Dunze. I know he had a foot injury. I'm on the board. Bucky actually goes. So I am really on the fence between taking Carnell Tate and Roma Dunze. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Carnell Tate because Roma Dunze shares the same bias as Buka. I know sometimes that doesn't really matter too much, especially because we're gonna take more wide receivers. But the fact that I'm taking my third wide receiver or starter, I do kind of want to split up that having buys, and that's gonna help me make my pick, right? Because I was thinking of taking Roma Dunze. I have been taking Carnell Tate a lot here, but again, like I said, that's just gonna help me make my pick with him. Carnell Tate having a different buy with compared to JSN and Ibuka. So Odunze actually goes at pick 59. This team is looking pretty solid to me. Honestly, I would have taken T. Higgins over Garrett Wilson or even McConkey over Wilson. But again, maybe he knows something that we don't know or that I don't know. So Darian Price does share the same bias. Josh Jacobs. Jadarian Price actually goes at pick 63. PJ Washington goes at pick 64. I'm assuming this guy is going to take a running back. He only has Derrick Henry. He is going with like that full Baltimore offense. He goes with Caleb Williams. That figures. But the fact that you take 2 back-to-back QBs, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what you're thinking. I am going to take Jordan Tyson. And maybe it's not good that I have so many rookies here, but I am comfortable where I'm at with my wide receivers, right? To start off through the first 6 rounds. Obviously, we know Carnell Tate is gonna go right into it. He's obviously gonna be a starter, starting the league. Jordan Tyson may take him. He may be the in the starting lineup. It's just it may take him a while to get into the offense, right? And I think Carnell Tate, they're actually gonna start filling him from like day one. So um so yeah, man. We'll see who else we're able to get. If Tucker Craft falls here, I am liking Tucker Craft. He was cleared for um from the pub, so and then we do have the Josh Jacobs, so we can possibly get some Green Bay offense here and possibly open up taking the quarterback later in case we don't get some of the guys we would like to get. So let's see who makes it to us. Tyler Warren goes at pick 72. I'm surprised this guy takes tight end before his second wide receiver. Like with this guy at 1, not sure if it's so great. And then he takes his QB. He doesn't even take a stack, right? Um, the thing is, like, you already have your lineup with Gibbs and Love, and then you're possibly your flex with Swift. But then you have Pickens. You're still missing your 2 wide receiver spots, and then you already have a bench spot, right? So, not sure if that's great. You can argue same thing with me. I already have my starting lineup with like my 2 running backs, my 3 wide receivers. But Stevenson goes, I'm not going to take Tony Pollard here. I do like the Tucker Craft. So yeah, man, I am happy with this start here. I take Tucker Craft at pick 79. Tucker Craft has actually been going up the draft boards, I think. So, and then I don't know what it is, but I've been seeing more and more clips. I don't know if it's because I'm taking him more, maybe it's because I've been like researching him more. But does Rico Dotto go? Rico Dowdle goes at pick 76. So I think that's pretty early, but I think this guy is just like going to get your guy, right? Oh, this is the guy that's been reaching like crazy. So that figures. Does RJ Harvey go? Nope, RJ Harvey's still on the board. So let's highlight some of these running backs. I would like to get another running back on this turn here. Obviously, I think we can possibly get Baker Mayfield here to stack with Ibuka, and we could possibly get Sam Darnold later to stack with JSN. Obviously, like then we could possibly get, if we don't get the stack with Ibuka, we could possibly get Tyler Shug to stack with Tyson, right? So I'm not like too stressing about quarterback right now. This guy takes Hubbard, so let's hope RJ Harvey falls. Other than that, I don't want to take Blake Corum here. I don't think he is gonna have that much of a share. So RJ Harvey does have a different buy. He has fallen about 4 spots, so we're taking RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey sometimes or usually goes ahead of Dotto, so the fact that we were able to get RJ Harvey here, I think I'm okay with. And then Jonathan Brooks, I've been seeing people take before Hubbard now. So Jonathan Brooks has been going up the up ADP, so that's interesting to see. Don't like it still, but I get it. So who's the team I was liking? This guy with Jefferson. Let me look at his team. I think his team's okay. I do like my team more. This guy only has 2 wide receivers. He already has 5 running backs. It's pretty interesting. The guy with the diamond. Guy with the diamond badge. So that's weird to see. But again, like I mentioned earlier, the guys with the badges have done so many drafts, hundreds if not thousands of drafts, that they tend to do things a little different on different drafts to see what hits, right? And I'm assuming that's why they probably have made money from this to do different things. I sometimes do get different guys that I don't normally get, but you know, I don't always get Devon Achan when I get JSN. So I think that's the difference. Like my first 3, 4 guys is not always going to be the same, right? Even though I do take a lot of Genty and Hampton here. Sometimes I take Genty and Chase Brown here. Sometimes I take Cook, Genty, or Cook, Chase Brown. But then like my 3, 4 guys, like these later picks are different, right? Do we like Kenneth Gainwell more or do we like Rachaad White more? Let's see if this guy helps me make my pick. I'm not gonna bring up like Jacoby Myers, right? Michael Pittman Jr. is also possibly a great pick. Let's take Pittman. I haven't been taking a lot of Michael Pittman Jr., and I think he can very well be a good member in that team. So maybe I should have taken Rachaad White. I don't know. But Rachaad White does share a different, or Kenneth Gainwell does share the same buy as RJ Harvey. Here's the thing. I should have taken Kenneth Gainwell because I have Emeka Egbuka, and I am going to try to get Baker Mayfield here on this turn, right? On this upcoming pick. So maybe I should have thought it through. Maybe I shouldn't have been talking so much. And I should have gotten my guy, right? But again, we may not be able to get Baker Mayfield. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know. Now I'm not loving my pick so much with Michael Pittman Jr. But again, with the Pittman, he did fall about 4 picks, so we did take the ADP value there. Not much, but I think Michael Pittman Jr. is a great receiver, and so him being in Pittsburgh can possibly open up some things. So, but considering it, like I don't think Michael Pittman Jr. and Wanda Robinson are that much different, right? So maybe I could have gotten and then I should have taken Baker Mayfield here to add like the pairing and the stack with the Tampa Bay offense, right? So again, the other thing I'm trying to justify my pick. The other thing is I guess because I took two rookies already, I'm trying to get like a veteran guy, trying to get some experience, an experienced guy. He is in the new offense and all that, but I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been taking Pittman Jr. often, and then he did slip a little bit. And I was just trying to get that ADP value. Um, yeah, man. So we'll see. Hopefully, we get some. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Chris Rodriguez. Kenneth Gainwell actually goes at pick 117. So I'm starting to get a little, not that I'm getting worried on the running backs. I know I have Devon Achane and Josh Jacobs, but if Josh Jacobs ends up having legal issues, I am screwed, right? Like obviously with RJ Harvey, he's not the RB1 in his team. J.K. Dobbins is still leading the backfield there. And so having RJ Harvey here is more like, all right, he's gonna be possibly be the number one guy after week 6 or when J.K. Dobbins gets hurt, right? I don't know. So maybe I should have taken the Tampa Bay running back there where I had the chance. Or possibly could have taken Jordan Love here and taken Baker Mayfield on the turn or coming over here at round 10. I don't know. Like, I hate that I try to overanalyze my picks, but we'll see. We'll see who we're able to get here. Jaden Higgins goes at pick 123. I'm actually liking this team so far. He does only have 2 running backs, so not a big fan of Brees Hall, but great wide receiver room. So Tyrone Tracy and Aaron Jones goes. We're just gonna take Tyler Shough. We're gonna have the stack with Jordan Tyson. I do like Juwan Johnson. We can possibly get in the next couple rounds. With Juwan Johnson, I think he gives us a safe floor, so we're hoping that we're actually able to get him. Let's see who makes it to us. The other thing is like I was gonna try to get Sam Darnold to stack with JSN. We are. I don't know if I want to fall behind on running back, but again, taking Sam Darnold here, like taking back to back to back QBs, is I don't think it's a bad idea here, but because we started taking our first quarterback in round 10, right? And then taking 3 decent QBs here, like these 3 guys that I'm possibly going to take, is a lot. I think it's better than taking like Josh Allen in round 3 or 4, or even this guy that took Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, and then Jared Goff, right? Like having 3 quarterbacks within the first 10 rounds, I don't think that's great. So Chris Rodriguez goes. We were trying to get like not fall behind on running backs, but I'm fine with these guys. I am like, here's the thing: we drafted Josh Jacobs thinking that he's going to be good, right? Dude, he's not going to face any legal issues. Like, there's not going to be any issues or whatever. So let's just go with that mentality. And I'm good having these two guys as my anchor running backs, right? With Devon Chan and Josh Jacobs, right? So we're gonna go ahead and take Sam Darnold and then just be done at quarterback. Um, Obviously, with Sam Darnold, we have the stack with JSN. Baker Mayfield, we have the stack with Ekbuka. And Tyler Shough, we had the stack with Jordan Tyson. Now, Cam Ward was also available. We could have stacked him with Carnell Tate. But I do like Tyler Shough this year. I think he's gonna be a gem. So we'll see, man. This Pittman pick, I don't know, it's kind of bugging me. Now I kind of wish I would have taken my fourth RB, especially with like the whole Josh Jacobs issue. But I am comfortable. I think this is actually my first time taking Pittman Jr. So can possibly get Junt. So Woody Marks falls to me here. I'll take Woody Marks. I can possibly get Tajay Spears. I just think Juwan Johnson will give me more points than these running backs here. And then I will have the double stack with Tyler Shough. Again, with Juwan Johnson, I think will give me a safe floor. So just a big if with Tucker Craft, if he ends up getting hurt again or whatever the case may be, like I don't want to fall behind on that, right? So do we take Woody Marks or do we take Juwan Johnson? What do we do here? So Juwan Johnson, Woody Marks has fallen. His ADP is usually 141. We are at pick 151. So we're gonna take Woody Marks. I know there's a lot of opportunity. There is talks about him sharing the backfield with David Montgomery. So does have a different buy than my current running back. So I'm comfortable taking him there. I'm just hoping Juwan Johnson falls to me. I know there's like Gadsden and Hunter Henry in front of him. This two guys have two tight ends. This guy has no tight end. So let's see who this guy takes. I'm assuming he'll take a tight end here. Oh, sorry, you can't see. He takes Juwan Johnson. So, man, he took my guy. I am somewhat bummed out, but I hate that. Dude, you could have taken Hunter Henry or Gadsden, and you take Juwan Johnson, my guy that I was hoping to get. Always happens. That always happens when I try to go after. I say, I hope this guy falls, or I hope I get my guy, and it freaking never happens. I always get sniped. So, if Gadsden falls, I'll take him. Um, do I take Jonah Coleman here? I mean, I think I'm good at. We're not gonna take Kenyon Sadiq here. We're not gonna bring up AJ Barner. Now I'm thinking I really should have taken Juwan Johnson over Woody Marks. Oh. So we're gonna take Jonah Coleman just in case. I don't like that I took my fifth running back before I took my sixth wide receiver. I'm more scared of like who's gonna lead the backfield in Denver, right? Because this is best ball. If RJ Harvey is not the guy that we think he's going to be, obviously Jonah Coleman's going to be the number two guy or the number one guy, right? Possibly. Who knows? I don't know. But I could possibly have taken someone like Mike Washington in the later rounds and then been good. Um, I don't know. Maybe I should have taken Trey Tucker. I know he's a deep ball threat in Las Vegas there, so should have possibly taken Trey Tucker. And then hopefully I would have possibly taken like Mike Washington. But it's okay. Let's just kind of like see who we're gonna get. Obviously, we're not gonna get QBs or running backs anymore, so we're not gonna even look at those. I do like just having them available for me to view here because just to see based off like ADP, right? I think Greg Dulcich is a sleeper. Gunnar Helm is a sleeper. Malik Washington's a sleeper. Antonio Williams could be a sleeper. I know Antonio. I know they just signed actually. They just signed. Freaking Greg Dulcich goes. Malik Washington goes. So we're just gonna take AJ Barner. Oh jeez. Tucker Craft, AJ Barner share the same buy. What a horrible pick. What a horrible pick. I was going more for the stack with Sam Darnold rather than looking what I have. What a horrible pick. I froze there. I should have taken Gunnar Helm. What a horrible pick. These two picks here have, these three picks here after my QBs have just, I don't want to say they ruined my team, but have really hurt. Kate Otten was available. I could have stacked them with. Oh, jeez. Why did I freeze? I should have looked at that better. I don't know what happened. I should have just taken Antonio Williams and then possibly don't know what I'm doing here. These picks have ruined me. I hope they don't ruin my team, but the fact that they're like around 13, 14, and 15, the fact that they're in the later, I would have preferred if they were like these last three rounds because then they wouldn't hurt my team so much. But this just, I mean, even with the Woody Marks pick is okay, I think. Obviously, I would have preferred Juwan Johnson. Like I mentioned before, I think Juwan Johnson gives you a safe floor. I think the Shuggan Johnson connection is could be great. Oh, dude, what a horrible pick. And then I think AJ Barner is not even a great tight end like that. Um, what a horrible pick, man. Now we need freaking. Ugh, I don't love it. Now, who is Mike Gesicki will have to hold us down in week 11 if he makes it to his epic 199. So, oh man. I mean, I was wishing Greg Dulcich would have fallen to me. I think he's a sleeper. I know I mentioned Gunnar Helmers could be a sleeper. I think I just went with like the stack. Don't love it. Plus, Sam Darnold is like my third QB here compared to like I did take Baker Mayfield first. I did take Tyler Sharp before Sam Darnold. Ah, it's just brutal, man. It's tough to see. I hate that I took AJ Barner here, and I'm not gonna do any more drafts today. Sometimes it sucks because I finish it like I start so good, and which I think we did, but towards the end, just kind of uh, round 14, 15, and I know Williams is great. I know Stefan Diggs just signed with Washington, but I think Antonio Williams is a sleeper, obviously coming out the slot. But this Coleman and Barner pick might have ruined my team. So now we're forced to get Gasecki here because he doesn't have a week 11 bye. Obviously, we think that Tucker Craft is going to carry us throughout the most of the year. But I was hoping that maybe Dolchich or Gunnar Helm could have possibly helped us out if Tucker Craft went down. Now we're banking on AJ Barner for some weird reason. Horrible pick. Horrible, horrible pick. Also was looking at the ADP value. Not so much. He's just like one pick there. He was just again. Ugh, I hate that I took AJ Barner there. Hate it, man. Kate Otten was available. I had the stack. Didn't have to go with the stack with Sam Darnold. Could have taken Kate Otten in the stack with Baker Mayfield. Um, Horrible, man. Horrible, horrible, horrible picks here with Coleman and Warner. And even like I could have taken Trey Tucker here, right? Taking Gunnar Helm here or Kate Otten here. Would have taken freaking I don't know who's another tight end here. Even Mike Gesicki, I would have brought him up. I could have taken Mike Washington here and be done at running back, right? Mike Washington was still available. Mike Washington. I'm sorry, I know you guys can't see this, but after Sean Tucker, it's Ted Hurst, Pat Bryant, Mike Washington at pick 204, then Cyrus Island at pick 205, Evan Ingram at pick 206, and pick 207 is Kohler, the backup tight end from LA Chargers. And then obviously you guys are going to be able to see this pick here. So, oh, it freaking pisses me off, this AJ Barner pick. Ugh. Like, I don't even hate this Woody Marks pick, right? Because obviously I felt like I was falling behind. But the fact that I took Jonah Coleman here, my fifth and last running back, like, I could have taken Trey Tucker, the deep out threat. I could have taken Trey Harris. Obviously, they're both going to be starters in their teams. Um, and now I'm not even ready for my pick here. So that is some horrible drafting. Don't do what I did here. So round 14 and 15, 16 is okay. Antonio Williams fell. Let me see what's the value there. Obviously, ADP 173. We got him at pick 186. Great pick, I think, in my opinion. So it's just the fact that we took Jonah Coleman at 162 and then AJ Barner at 175. The AJ Barner pick more than the Coleman pick. Like the Coleman pick's okay. Obviously, I know they're on the same deep and the same offense with like in Denver with RJ Harvey and Coleman, but they're the RB2 and three in their respective teams, right? So they're not even like the starting running back and the backup running back. They're like RB2 and RB3, right? We're just kind of hoping at this point that J.K. Dobbins is hurt or gets hurt. And I don't want to wish that on anybody, but in case, J.K. Dobbins ends up losing the RB1 role, like the Jonah Coleman pick is okay. He is a great prospect. The AJ Barner pick is just killing me. It is ruining this draft for me. I wish I would have taken Gunnar Helm here. I wish I would have taken Kate Auden here. Like if I went for the stack. I didn't see it. I was probably talking too much. I should have been paying more attention. It just pisses me off though. It is pissing me off so much. Like I don't wanna finish here. I wanna do another draft. Just because I'm not happy with that pick. It's like it is ugh, pissing me off. So again, you guys know what I like to do. I know these projections don't mean crap, but just trying to see where we're at. We're projected 2939. Ugh, man. This guy, obviously, he's projected I have 3,000 points, but because he took four QBs, right? Like you obviously know. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. You guys obviously know you guys should not. This shouldn't be a thing. Um, does have 8 wide receivers though, so oh, it bugs me, man. It bugs me. So we're gonna end up doing one more. Don't love it, man. don't love it, but I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm not gonna be able to sleep comfortable. I want to be able to like. I'm freaking love my draft, right? I'm like happy. This draft is gonna make me freaking money, right? That's what I want to go to sleep feeling like I'm good, cause I know it's gonna make me money, right? So waiting for six people. Um, Again, like let me see if I could explain this really quick. Actually, explain this, but if you guys didn't know, obviously not as many entrants as like the other ones, similar to like these guys here, like the slow puppy, the puppy three. Obviously, it's less of a entry, but you have like a quarter million, right, entrants, and so then you're instead of going up against five or six, you're going up against 10 or nine other people in week 14 and 15. Then you could just go up against four other people and then the 750 seat final. So if you make it to the finals in this one, you're still guaranteed like $400. But as opposed to the Pitbull 2, like how many entrants are able to get into this one, right? So it's I think there's like bigger chance to get into the final. You're just going up against five instead of 10. You're going up against five, similar to the other one, and then instead of the 750 seat final, you're in a 156 seat final. So, oh, dude, it's just like it's bugging me, man. That freaking AG partner pick is just bugging me. So we'll see who is. Let's see if it takes a while, right? If it starts taking a while, we'll just probably get out of it, get in that $5 draft. Um, so one person got in. Sorry, we're just Keishan Booty has a strong training cap. So great, we took Keishan Booty in the last draft and in the last pick. So great to hear that. Um, oh yeah, did you guys hear about this? Freaking Aaron Donald just had a training and yeah, he worked out with the Rams today. So we'll see, man. Let's see Tank Dell. Let's see some Tank Dell. Nice. So there's five people here. It looks like it may take a while. So Jalen Warren listed as RB1 ahead of Rico Dotto on the Steelers. That makes sense. Kind of figured that, right? Yeah, Stephon Diggs signs with the Commanders. Dude got paid. So there's four people now. Another person went in. So let's just hope. Maybe we'll give it like 3, 4 more minutes. Marion Hampton had arguably the most growth of any player. So I don't know. I feel like this may be taking too long. I was kind of hoping we just like get in it really fast. Again, we'll give it maybe about 3, 4 more minutes. If it takes too long, I am thinking I'll probably just get into this puppy three and then just call it. So here's the thing. I'll get a drink, come back, see if more people have joined in. If not, we'll get into the puppy three. I'm sure the puppy three will be a lot faster. So, one second. So we're still four people here. We're gonna get out of here. We'll just do one tomorrow. And we'll get into the puppy three. I'll explain it right now. Where's the puppy three? There you go. So waiting for five people. This one usually just fills up pretty fast, right? Because it's like a $5 entry, and so people are just like, "Oh, it's $5." Four people. Now I'm kind of hoping I see like the other one fill up already. Let's hop into back into the $20 one, or maybe it's a sign for me to just like go to sleep. No, still four other people. See if we get into the puppy three. That was, I am hating that freaking pick. Here we go, it filled up. So we're at pick nine, y'all. Pick nine. Um, yeah, man, that AJ Barner pick, and like, I'm not a big fan of AJ Barner, right? Like, let's look at his stats, and like, I really think Gunnar Helm is gonna have an incredible year this year, and then we freaking take AJ Barner. It's still bugging me, man. It's still bugging me. Like, not not crazy, but obviously, okay. So we are pick nine here. Let's get this into one of these views here. And so fantasy points per game 8.7. Not great, man. I know Gunnar Helm's like, but again, he was a rookie, right? Let's look at Kate Auden. Kate Auden's like, all right, geez, this draft is just flying. So let's get into it. I guess, like, again, all right, I'll try to like hype myself up with that last draft. Again, we took JSN like right here, right? We took him like 2, 3 picks later. So you gotta give me a break. Crap. I was thinking maybe I could have taken James Cook here. When we're right here, like I know CD Lamb's a great player, but with Pickens being there, is he gonna be the dominant clear wide receiver one in this team? I don't know. So again, like I mentioned, like with these later rounds or these later picks, I do like taking double hero RB. So hope Chase Brown makes it to me. If not, Justin Jefferson will make it to me. So we'll see one of these two guys. So Justin Jefferson actually goes. Great stack with that. JJ and CeeDee Lamb here as a great. I think that's a great start. So obviously taking two running backs right like that, I am just gonna smash on some wide receivers and hope one of these guys fall to me. If they don't, obviously we're not gonna take Zay Flowers. Don't like him. We're gonna bring up Tedero McMillan. If Tech goes, Lana McConkey goes, then we are just going with Kyron Williams. Obviously, with the Kyron Williams, he is in the number one offense, right, or the number one projected offense. So we'll see, man. I'm still mad at my AJ Barner pick and my Jonah Coleman pick. I am like that team had so much potential, and they just like maybe I should have taken Juwan Johnson and then hope that Woody Marks did fall though, so I did take him. I'm just like, oh, that, ugh, it sucks, man. Ugh, it's hard to think about right now. So, all right, let's move on. Let's try to make some money here. Let's get some. Let's get serious, right? George Pickens. Whoa, Drake London fell to pick 24. So great start from this guy. I think like a very good start with Drake London, Jameer Gibbs, and George Pickens. So I actually envy this guy's team. It's gonna be hard to go up against a team like this. It's gonna be hard to go up against a team like this guy at two. Also with like this guy at three. Obviously he takes T Higgins. That's a reach, but with having Jamar Chase, you clearly have the pass catchers in Cincinnati, right? So sometimes it could be Jamar Chase, sometimes it could be T Higgins, sometimes it could be both. Some guy has one just taking the Bengals offense, right? If I'm not mistaken. So hard to go up against teams like this already, where like their starting three already look pretty freaking good. Even with this guy, with Jeremiah Love falling, like his top three, like we have to beat that, right? Emeka Ibuka goes would have been great if he would have fallen to us. Jay Flowers goes, that's fine. We're not thinking of taking him. Trey McBride goes, so we're gonna take Chris Olave here. Oh, what's going on here? The thing with Chris Olave is what scares me is that he does get concussions, and it's frightening, right? Oh, Terrell McMillan falls to me. I should have possibly just taken Tet here. What is the Chris Olave news? Let's see if I can. He leaves early, practice early with trainer. That's a heat related issue. All right, that's a heat related issue, y'all. So we're okay. I think. I hope. So seems okay. Let's go with Josh Allen. I'm hoping he doesn't take our guy. Josh Jacobs goes. So Adam McConkey, Javante Williams is. We got our guy, y'all. So we are taking Terrell McMillan. Obviously, do love this start. How what it's hard not to love, especially because we're even thinking of taking Tet here. But the fact that we already have two wide receivers to our first four rounds, two running backs with our two anchor running backs here, great freaking start in my opinion. So again, the Chris Olave is scares me a little bit because of the concussions, but again, scaring money doesn't make no money, right? So I think our team is in a great spot to compete to these teams that I was liking at 1, 2, and 3. Even this guy at 4 with Puka Nicole Collins and Brees Hall. So, oh, Aisho Turin goes early. That was a reach. I would have definitely taken Cam Scatterbull over him. Um, Scatterbull goes. Actually, this team is actually starting to look good. So some of these, like I know people have been reaching here. I know this team at 3 look great, but yeah, don't love the Loveland pick. Like if you compare Loveland to Tucker Craft, if you compare Loveland to Taylor Warren, I don't think it's going to be much of a difference. But instead, you're taking Loveland 2, 3, 4, 5 spots earlier than you would with like Jalen Warren and Tucker Craft, right? So Mike Evans is a pretty decent pick just because we know Ricky Pearsall's out for the season already, and the season hasn't even started. So As long as he stays healthy, it's great. Like this team at one, I am loving. This team at one is great. Um, if he takes Devin McGrath, he does, off to a great start. This team at one is. I am jealous of this team. Now I wish I was at one here. This team at one is beautiful. So what I'm hoping here is that now I am the second highest scoring team on here, and I advance possibly with this guy at one, and we don't advance together to the same spot. I don't know how that works. Again, this is my first year of best ball, so I don't think I would advance with him. I think we would possibly both go to different spots. So I've been taking off Carnell Tate here. Carnell Tate actually goes, so we're gonna take Roma Dunze. I know Lamar Jackson's there. I'm surprised the guy would say Flowers didn't take Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson is still here at 64, we'll possibly take him. Take him in the sixth round. I think that is a pretty good value for Lamar Jackson. And I'm surprised this guy with Josh Allen didn't take DJ Moore. But I get it. He's possibly going with the Green Bay offense. So Lamar Jackson actually goes at pick 61. So that's okay. BTJ goes. We'll take Jadarian Price if he falls to us. If not, we'll take Jordan Tyson. And then we'll have the all right, here's the thing. I know I was talking about the Chris Olave concussions. So now that we took Jordan Tyson, I think that moves us away from that scare or that worry that in case Olave goes down, then there goes our round three pick, right? With grabbing Jordan Tyson, we're guaranteeing that we will have the backup. We're guaranteeing that we won't miss any of the New Orleans offense points. Chris Olave goes down. So similar to this guy that took Jamar Chase and T Higgins, obviously with Olave and Jordan Tyson is not they're not like in the same tier as like being in that offense, but we are going with that similar method just a few picks later, right? I know Jadarian Price was there. I was considering taking him, but I'm fine. Again, with having to start three wide receivers, don't want to fall too behind on wide receivers. And so, and again, I did mention that I was like worried about Chris Olave's concussion. So don't hate my pick so far. Um, I know that the elite quarterbacks start going in this round, but the fact that we don't have a stacking option is just like it's not it's not worrying me or it's not bothering me too much. So this guy at two that I thought had a great start through the first three rounds has not taken his second running back. He takes Tucker Craft, great freaking pick, I think, but I would have possibly gone with like Makai Lemon. So Makai Lemon makes it to us. We'll take him. Jalen Warren goes. I know we have two running backs so far, but we did take the two anchor running backs. So um, Makai Lemon actually goes. So here's the thing. What should we do here? I'm not gonna take Dak Prescott. Maybe if I had CeeDee Lamb, I would have taken him. Tony Pollard goes, so there goes our like thought of possibly taking CD. I mean, so we're gonna take Chuba Hubbard. Oh, I gotta plug in my computer. That's not good. So we're taking Chuba. We do have the Carolina offense here. Obviously, not a great offense to be betting our money on, but not too bad, right? So Michael Pittman goes, RJ Harvey goes. We're gonna take Rico Dotto. I know Cortland Sutton's there. I do like Cortland Sutton, but I do like the Rico Dotto pick as well. I think Rico Dotto will give me possibly more same amount of points as Cortland Sutton. So I think we're possibly done at running back. For now, we'll possibly take another running back, maybe my second and last round with like someone like Emmett Johnson, or maybe not Emmett Johnson, maybe someone like Mike Washington. But we're not looking at. Do like J.K. Dobbins though. We'll see if we get Jackson Dart or one of these guys here. We're not gonna take Jacoby Myers. I'm hearing good things about Michael Gold, Matthew Golden, Monroe Robinson. Obviously, great. So we'll see if like one of these QBs fall to me here, someone like Jackson Dart, and then we'll try to take Tyler Shug on this way back to stack with Olave and Jordan Tyson, right? I mean, we could possibly even get him on the way in round 11. We'll see. We'll see who's here. J.K. Dobbins goes at pick 97. So this guy at one is still my favorite team. This guy at one looks great. He has no QBs yet. So Jackson Dart actually goes in round nine in pick 99 with to the team that already has two QBs, which is like okay. Um, Dude's two running backs are Judkins and Kamanangai. So don't love that team actually. Great start through the first 3, 4 rounds, 5, 6 rounds. But after the Williams pick, okay, so we're about to be up. Let's pay attention here. Um, I'm not gonna take Brock Purdy because I'm gonna try to take Tyler Shug over here, and they share the same buy, and it's happened before. So we'll just take Jacoby Myers. Yeah, it's happened before. I take Brock Purdy and then I end up freaking taking Tyler Shug as well. They share the same buy. So we're gonna try to take QBs that don't have the same buy, right? We're not gonna do the AJ Barner situation again where we took Tucker Craft and AJ Barner. So there's a very good possibility we could get Tyler Shug fall to us here. Do I want to risk it though? I don't think so. I'm just gonna have to bring him up and make sure I don't miss my guy. But do I like having Shug as so? Okay, now that I'm looking at this, maybe I should have taken Cortland Sutton instead of Dotto, and then taken Bonex here, and then taking Shug here, and I would have been pretty happy with my QB 1 and 2, right? So Jordan Love and Kyler Murray go. So I am just gonna have to reach on my guy with Shug. Don't love that I'm reaching so much, but I don't want to miss on my pick. Um, I do want to have this stack with Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson. It is such a reach though when like someone like Brock Purdy was there, right? So, not loving it. Now I'm thinking maybe I think at this point it would have possibly been fine if Brock Purdy and Shug share the same buy and just gotten someone else to s- fill in week 8. So there's a pretty good possibility. Oh, this guy sniped them. I was gonna say there's a good chance this guy at one take was able to get Jared Goff. Um, so Baker Mayfield, all these guys go, and now I'm thinking I possibly wasn't gonna have the chance to get Tyler Show make it to me, right? Because guy at one takes Blake Willis. So now I am not. Now I'm really beating myself for not taking Brock Purdy here, and I would have been happy taking Shug here. Um, yeah, man. Now I hope this guy doesn't get George Kittle. This guy that took Brock Purdy. Thing is, like, he has Amon Ra. I don't understand why he didn't take Jared Goff over Brock Purdy. I don't get it. Now the fact that we can possibly get George Kittle, this guy may take him anyways, but we're not gonna take Kincaid. I don't want to take Mark Andrews. He's a year older. He's in the league. Like I may just have to reach a little bit on my pick here. We'll take Shaheed and see if we can have the Sam Darnold stack later. Casey Concepcion goes, so that figures. Jaden Higgins is also available. We could possibly take the CJ Stroud pick on pick 138, 136. But CJ Stroud does share the same buy with Tyler Shough does share the same buy with CJ Stroud, so never mind. All right, we're just gonna take Sam Darnold here and not fall behind on wide receiver. I'm sorry, on QB. And then we're gonna have the stack option with Shaheed and Sam Darnold, right? So let's see here. Where's Juwan Johnson? I don't want to miss my Juwan Johnson pick because we're freaking taking. So Cam Ward actually goes. Let's hope so. No one takes Sam Darnold here. This guy already has QB, so I really doubt it. But he takes for. We're gonna take Sam Darnold as our second QB. So I feel like my two QBs were reached. Don't again. I don't love. I always try not to do it because like I want to smash on my wide receivers and my running backs. I end up taking a quarterback late. Lamar Jackson was available here. I could have possibly taken him over Dunze, but I could have possibly taken one of these guys. But again, I could have possibly taken TD Lamb here instead of Genty and then had stack with Dak Prescott, right? So just in case you guys are like following, you guys are watching this and be like, I don't like this guy's draft, like look at what other people are doing and see like, all right, I would definitely do this different, right? So just to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know. So in this draft, I guess we could take AJ Barner now that we don't have Tucker Craft. So Stribling actually goes. I'm surprised this guy took Tyrone Tracy. He already has running backs and 5 wide receivers. I would have taken Stribling here instead of Tyrone Tracy and had the stack with Brock Purdy. Now he's has Purdy unstacked, and he has his number one wide receiver unstacked, where he could have possibly taken Jared Goff instead of Purdy. So don't understand this team. All right. Gadsden goes at pick 146. RJ Spears goes at pick 147. Chig is also someone of interest, but I would rather take Juwan Johnson to take the stack, right? Trey Tucker also is interesting to me. I hope we're able to get Trey Tucker on the way back, and then we could possibly get. All right. We could also get Bryce Young as our third and last QB. We do have Chuba, we do have Tedderall. So we'll take Juwan Johnson and possibly take Bryce Young on the way back if Trey Tucker goes. Like some guys are already taking their third tight end, right? I think it's okay to take our third QB in at pick 160 in round 14. Bryce Young actually goes at pick 151. So, ooh. The thing what we can do here, if Juwan Johnson goes, we'll take Trey Tucker, we'll take Fernando Mendoza here. We'll do the reach, but we're just gonna take Juwan Johnson here, and hope Trey Tucker makes it to us, and then hope that for some reason Fernando Mendoza makes it to us at pick 177. So, not loving this team, but I don't hate this team either, right? I think Sam Darnold's a decent QB. Obviously, he is in one of the top 10 offense, right? If I'm not mistaken. Obviously, they're the Super Bowl MVPs. Yep, he is in the top 10 offense. And so, obviously, there were Super Bowl winners. Did I say Super Bowl MVPs? Sorry, not Kenneth Walker. But Sam Darnold obviously won the Super Bowl. So kudos to him, right? Obviously top 10 offense. So I think with Shug and Sam Darnold, we're not in a bad spot. We do have this stack with Sam Darnold and Rashid Shaheed. We do have the stack with Tyler Shug and Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson. So I know we just have one tight end, but we are okay taking our seventh wide receiver just in case we're able to get Fernando Mendoza here, just in case. So, Hunter Henry goes at pick 162. Brian Flournoy goes at pick 163. So let's look at this guy at one that I was liking so much. I understand the mid-league pick. I think it was just there's no more quarterbacks here that just kind of made it to him. I'm more surprised like this guy that takes Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, and Dart all in his first 10 rounds, right? I prefer this Dart likely stack over Loveland Caleb Williams stack that you spent on your first 7 rounds, right? If that makes sense. I preferred other key players here, like probably like a Scatterbo or Toten here over Loveland, maybe Montgomery and Swift instead of Judkins. Or if even I mean, I would have taken Swift over Judkins anyways, and then you would have had these Chicago offense, right? If you're gonna take Caleb Williams here, you're gonna take Kalmanangai there. Like, obviously, Bears are gonna be in a better offense this year, so these guys, these guys still have to, just in case, and it's a big if. Fernando Mendoza makes it to me. I think we're just gonna take Mendoza and hope that we get a tight end fall to us like Greg Dulcich or Gunnar Helm. Obviously, AJ Barner's there. Fernando Mendoza may be a reach, but I just think that Greg Dulcich actually goes. Um, Jaden Blue goes at pick 171. Malik Washington at 172. So I definitely think that here people start reaching a little bit. It's not really about ADP. AJ Barner actually goes. Aaron Rodgers goes. So see, the next QB available is Fernando Mendoza. This guy could possibly take him. Jeremy Bernard goes. So we're just going to take Fernando Mendoza and be done at QB just because we took the QBs late, like with Tyler Shug and Sam Darnold, right? And then obviously we have the stack with Trey Tucker and Fernando Mendoza. So here's the thing. I might just take two tight ends. I know I don't have great tight ends like Brock Bowers or Tucker Kraft, guys like that. So Gunnar Helm actually goes at pick 179. So there goes our chance. TJ Hawkinson's available. I was just going to say we could possibly take our eighth wide receiver here. Pat Freiermuth's available. Do I like him over Kate Onen? I kind of do. I do like the Mike Washington pick as well. I need tight end more than I need running back, so we're just gonna take Pat Freiermuth, and we're gonna take. It's fine. We'll take him over Kate Otten. We don't have Baker Mayfield in this draft, so yeah, we are taking the third tight end. I was just gonna say we might take two tight ends and then be done. I know we don't have someone like Brock Bowers or Tucker Kraft or Tyler Warren, but with Fairmouth and Juwan Johnson, I think we do need a third tight end. I was just going to take an eighth wide receiver. The other thing is, I may not take a fifth running back if Mike Washington doesn't make it to us. Oh, man. Mike Gesicki's available. Eli Stowers is available. I am liking the Eli Stowers. But we'll see. Obviously, we know that Mike Gesicki is the starting tight end in his team, right? So Tua goes at pick 193. Makes sense, right? He's going to stack with Drake London and take his third QB. Tank Dell goes and Pat Bryant goes at pick 194 and 195. Oh, come on, man. Torrey Horton goes at pick 196. Ray Davis 197. I am hoping we get our guy. If we're able to get our guy with Mike Washington, then we could possibly take Eli Stowers here if Mike Gesicki is not taken. So I do like this team. I feel like Shug was a reach. Maybe I could have taken Purdy and had Tyler Shug. Then I would have been I would have done with Sam Darnold, and I would have loved my QB room. Just the fact that Brock Purdy and Tyler Shug share the same buy, it's like kind of like ugh, right? But um, again, Fernando Mendoza should just be like after week 5 or 4, he's just gonna come into the scene. Don't hate it. So I know you guys can't see this, so I'll let you guys know. After Mike Washington, pick 201, Darnell Mooney went at pick 202, Keon Coleman at pick 203, Evan Ingram at pick 204. Still waiting for pick 205, y'all. So Kobe Parkinson at pick 205. We are possibly able to get Mike Gesicki or Eli Stowers as our last tight end. Uh, Braylon Allen at pick 206. So yeah, we're able to get one of our guys here. We are just gonna take Mike Gesicki. We're just gonna take the first year starter, right? Um, as our last and third tight end. So again, to recap, we have Genty RB1, Chase Brown RB2, Herbert RB3, Rico Dotto RB4, and Mike Washington RB5. I know I have my own handcuff, but the fact that I have them for taking a guy with like Genty here, and I have Genty and Mike Washington, right? In the Clint Kubiak offense, you know that he uses more than one running back, as you saw in Seattle. So I don't hate it. I'm actually glad we possibly even got Fernando Mendoza here at pick 177, and we're also able to get our deep threat with Trey Tucker and have that stack, right? So instead of Gasecki, I could have possibly taken the backup tight end. I know they're going to possibly do a lot of tight end stats, and so with like Michael Mayer, I know he's a great tight end here. Let's actually compare like Michael Mayer and Mike Gasecki. 5.7 fantasy points. Is it GA or G? Dude, am I spelling his name right? Oh, here you go. I think he came up. So yeah, obviously he has a higher fantasy point average, but man, he's been in this league for quite some time. Didn't know. He's been in for 9 seasons now, so maybe I should have taken Michael Mayer there. I don't know. I know that Mike Gesicki's a for sure starter, so maybe he could possibly just, and he's in a better offense, right? So, but yeah, man, we looks like we have a solid team. So, Genty RB1, Chase Brown RB2, Hubbard RB3, Dotto RB4, and Mike Washington RB5. Um, Chris Olave, wide receiver 1, Tedder McMillan, wide receiver 2, Odunze, wide receiver 3, Jordan Tyson, wide receiver 4, Jacoby Myers, wide receiver 5, Shaheed, wide receiver 6, and Tucker Craft, wide receiver 7. So love my wide receiver room. Yeah, I love my wide receiver room. Now, if you look at our QB or tight end room, not so great. I mean, my QB room is pretty decent compared to like this guy that has like Malik Willis, Daniel Jones, and Tua. Obviously, we have Tyler Shug to stack with Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson and John Johnson. Sam Darnold to stack with Raheem Shaheed. Think he could possibly be this upcoming year. And we have Fernando Mendoza to stack with Trey Tucker and to pair up with Genty and Mike Washington. So not too bad, right? Not too bad. Don't prefer this one over the last one. I would wish I could have just not taken AJ Barner and had Tucker Craft with the same buy at my in that other league, right? So, um, but I guess it's okay. We're not trying to beat myself up for it. So again, I know these projections don't matter, but I do like to compare to see where we're at compared to the guys that we drafted against, right? So let me see if anyone just kind of breaks through that 2,900. Um, do love this like projection points. So we'll see. I know the guy at one, I really liked his team, but I think he fell behind on QB, where it just kind of like possibly messed him up. But great running back room with Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson, J.K. Dobbins, Brian Robinson. Uh, Great wide receiver room with Drake London, George Pickens, Terry McLaurin, Alec Pierce, Denzel Boston. The Calvin Ridley pick is really is kind of like the Trey Harris pick, great. Chris Bell, if he's healthy, great pick. Just does take two tight ends with Sam Laporta, great, and Travis Kelsey, decent. Um, so not too bad, man. I do like my team overall. Like I know Tyler Shook may have been a reach, but again, I don't think he would have made it to us on the way back. And I did want to have that stack with Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson. Plus, I do think Juwan Johnson will give you the safe floor, right? So Pat Fairmouth, hopefully he does have a bigger role. Um, I know we don't have to stack with him, but I think the fact that we have Pat Fairmouth, Mike Gesicki, and Juwan Johnson, all starters in their team, kind of gives us a decent floor, right? Where if you take Eli Stowers, you just don't know when he's take the gonna give you the points, right? So again, with Sam Darnold, he is in the top five offense. Tyler Shook, he is in the top 15 offense. Fernando. But appreciate you guys. That wraps up my stream. My freaking computer died, so I don't know how that shit works. So, if you made it this far, if you're watching this, if you're just like, what the heck happened, dude, that's what freaking happened. My computer died. So this is my team. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll try to do it again tomorrow, possibly, and have fun with it and freaking make some money. So, all right, y'all.